Hi everyone, this video is regarding what if all the trigonometric formulas are at one place. This video will provide information about all the trigonometric formulas and I will try to give an insight into this. Okay. First of all, let's try to write the basic trigonometric identities for a right angle triangle. If this is theta, then this is opposite side and this is adjacent side and this is hypotenuse. Okay, for the time being, let us suppose I am calling the opposite side as A and this adjacent side as B, then hypotenuse as C. Of course, hypotenuse will become C will become square root of A square plus B square according to the Pythagoras theorem. But let's say for the time being, I just wanted to say it as C. Okay. Now, what is sine theta? Sine theta is nothing but opposite side divided by hypotenuse, which is A by C. And what about cos theta? Cos theta is nothing but adjacent side divided by hypotenuse, which is B by C. And tan theta is, of course, it is opposite side divided by adjacent side. That will become A by B. Of course, we would like to talk about one more thing. That is, so basically this is sine theta, its inverse, that is 1 by sine theta is called cosecant theta, that is cos theta. Now inverse of cos theta is nothing but secant theta. Tan theta, now inverse of tan theta is nothing but cot theta. Yes, of course. Now let us come to the next set of formulas. Those are involving what is the relationship between different type of trigonometric quantities. That is, let us suppose, do you have any relationship between sine theta and cos theta? Do you have any relationship between tan theta and cot theta, etc.? I would like to see if there is any relationship. Then I would like to know those formulas. So first I am defining sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. So you would tell me, sir, is it possible? Like, is it possible for all the theta? Yes, of course. Let us suppose if you put theta is equal to 30 degrees. So then it will become sine square 30 degrees plus cos square 30 degrees is equal to 1. Yes. So it is an identity. Identity means which is true for all the theta. Okay. Let us suppose if I put theta is equal to pi by 3, that is 60 degrees, then of course sine square pi by 3 plus cos square pi by 3 is 1. So you can just check also. Basically, you know that sine pi by 3 is root 3 by 2. So it is root 3 by 2 whole square plus cos pi by 3 is 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 whole square. It is supposed to be 1. Let us just check only for one value. Then we will understand that it will be true for all the values. So this will become 3 by 4 plus 1 by 4, which is equal to 1. So basically 1 is equal to 1. So I hope you understood what's the deal with this. So basically it's an identity. Second is secant square theta minus tan square theta is equal to 1. That is one more identity. Third one is cosecant square theta minus cot square theta is equal to 1. We are done with the identities. So basically whatever the value of theta you put, it is true for all these three. Let us talk about fourth, that is negative angle inside. First, let us say I have something like this. If the angle is in anti-clockwise direction, that is pi by 3. In fact, this is, we will call theta is equal to pi by 3. Now what is minus pi by 3? So with the positive x-axis, if the angle is measured in the clockwise direction, so this is clockwise direction or downward direction. If this is measured, the amount of angle is pi by 3 only, but it is measured in the clockwise direction. So in this case, this is theta is equal, this is measured angle, amount is pi by 3, but we are measuring in the clockwise direction. That is called theta is equal to minus pi by 3. After understanding what is a positive angle and what is a negative angle little bit, then let us talk about what are the negative angles of the trigonometric quantities. Let us say I have sine of minus theta. What is that? So it will be minus sine theta. Okay. Now what about cos of minus theta? This would be plus cos theta. First of all, I would like to give a little bit insight. So what is the meaning of this? I would like to tell you what about sine of minus pi by 3. So when you are asked what is the sine of minus 60 degrees, then you would try to understand what it would become. So it would be simply minus sine pi by 3. So which is minus root 3 by 2. Okay, yes. Now cos of minus 3 vice versa. Let us suppose it is asked what is cos of minus pi by 6. Then you would confidently say that according to this, then this will become exactly cos pi by 6, which means that again it is root 3 by 2. I hope you understood. Okay, next, what about tan of minus theta? This will also become minus tan theta. Next, let us try to see its reciprocal. Sine reciprocal is cosecant. So what about cosecant of minus theta? This will become minus cosecant theta. Okay, minus cosecant theta. Next, eighth one, what about secant of minus theta? Secant of minus theta will become plus secant theta. Next one is, of course, it is reciprocal of tan theta, that is cot of minus theta will become, it is minus cot theta. Okay, so basically what we understood is there is one pool of cos theta and its reciprocal. What is cos theta and its reciprocal? Cos of minus theta is becoming plus cos theta, and secant of minus theta, its reciprocal, secant of minus theta is becoming secant theta. Rest all are coming in another pool. What is the rest pool? Rest pool is like this. Now sine of minus theta is becoming, sine of minus theta is becoming minus sine theta, and of course its reciprocal cosecant of minus theta is becoming minus cosecant theta, and remaining two are tan of minus theta. Tan of minus theta is becoming minus tan theta, and cot of minus theta is becoming minus cot theta. So basically what you should remember is cos and secant, both negative angles will become plus, rest all will become minus. Okay, we are done with this. Next, let us try to understand, that is what happens to the double angle formulas. Okay, double angle formulas. 10th is how much is sine 2 theta? So this will become 2 sine theta into cos theta. Okay, whenever some identity is coming, I will try to tell you the half angle formulas also. There is something called half angle formulas. So try to understand what is half angle formulas. Now whenever the angle here is 2 theta, now here 2 theta, this is becoming half. 2 theta by 2 is theta and 2 theta by 2 is theta. So these both have become, here theta and theta, this both have become half of that. So let us try to understand how the half angle will work. What happens is, now instead of sine 2 theta, what if I take sine theta only? So what happened? The same formula, whenever there is 2 theta here half the angle of 2 theta has come, half the angle of 2 theta has come. So this will become 2 times of, so in theta, what is the half angle? Theta by 2. So that is 2 sine theta by 2 into cos theta by 2. So this is how we would be able to write the half angle formulas. This is very, very important in appropriate areas. So this half angle formulas will make your life easy. Memorize these formulas along with the direct formulas. Let us try to memorize the half angle formulas also. What about cos 2 theta? Okay, basic cos 2 theta formula is cos square theta minus sine square theta. So what if I want cos theta only in terms of, what if I want cos 2 theta only in terms of cos theta? How can? So you know one identity, that is sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. So we will play with this one and try to write only in terms of cos theta or only in terms of sine theta. So what happens if I wanted to write only in terms of cos theta? This sine square theta will become 1 minus cos square theta. So in that way, that will become cos square theta minus 1 minus cos square theta. So that will become 2 cos square theta minus 1. So or the same formula will become, if I wanted to write only in sine square theta, replace cos square theta with 1 minus sine square theta. That will become 1 minus 2 sine square theta. So accordingly, we will use, according to the necessity, we will try to use the formula required. That is cos 2 theta will become cos square theta minus sine square theta, or 2 cos square theta minus 1 or 1 minus 2 sin square theta. We would use one of these according to the situation and necessity. Of course, what is the half angle formula understanding? The understanding of the half angle formula is, see, like this. Whenever you have 2 theta here, now half the 2 theta has become theta, half the 2 theta has become theta. So if I have cos theta, how much it would become? This would become half of theta will become theta by 2. So this will become cos square theta by 2 minus sin square theta by 2. So basically, if you have this formula, accordingly you can write half angle formulas. You know, if I want only in terms of only cos theta by 2, that will become 2 cos square theta by 2 minus 1. So next, what if I want sin theta by 2? That will become 1 minus 2 sin square theta by 2. So what is the understanding of this? So if I wanted to write cos theta in terms of only half angle formulas, that would give you cos square theta by 2 minus sin square theta by 2 or 1 minus 2 sin square theta by 2 or 2 cos square theta by 2 minus 1. Alright, yes, tan theta. Okay, tan 2 theta. First of all, let us see what is tan 2 theta. Okay, now tan 2 theta is basically 2 tan theta by 1 minus tan square theta. Alright, yes, of course. If I want half angle formulas, how would that work? So 2 theta is becoming half. So basically 2 theta by half is theta and 2 theta by half, 2 theta by 2, half of 2 theta is theta. So here when 2 theta is there, we are getting theta, theta. So when tan theta is there, it basically 2 tan theta by 2 divided by 1 minus tan square theta by 2. So whenever here 2 theta is there, half of 2 theta is becoming theta, theta. So when tan theta is there, half of theta will come. That is 2 tan theta by 2 divided by 1 minus tan square theta by 2. So this is how half angle formulas work. Okay. Next set of formulas. Next set of formulas where we use a lot is summation of two angles. So what if I have two angles? Sine of, let us say, first angle is A and second angle is B. That will be, how much it will become? Sine of A plus B. This will become sine A cos B plus cos A sine B. Okay, next. How about sine of A minus B? That will become, so instead of plus, minus will come. That is sine A cos B minus cos A sine B. About cos, so that is cos of A plus B. That would become, here one sine, one cos has come, right? So cos formulas, both causes will come, cos A, cos B. You need to just recognize is, whenever there is plus, here plus has come. Whenever there is minus, here minus has come. But the cos is, it is kind of opposite. So for cos A plus B, that will become minus, okay, sine A sine B. And one more, of course, one more difference is, here both the causes, both the sines are together. Okay, next, cos of A minus B, that will become cos A cos B plus sine A sine B. So try to understand, here minus has come, but here minus has come, whereas for minus, in between them plus is coming. Okay, yes, it would be next tan. So that is, how much is tan of A plus B? That will become tan A plus tan B divided by 1 minus tan A into tan B. Next one is, how much it would be tan of A minus B? That would be tan A minus tan B divided by 1 plus tan A tan B. Try to get the fact, that is, if there is plus, here first plus is coming, if there is minus, in between them minus is coming. And in the denominator, what's happening in the denominator? Whereas in the numerator for plus, it's coming minus, whereas for the denominator here, for tan of a minus b, if the numerator is minus, in the denominator we are getting plus. So kind of opposite here, but whatever this plus, if for tan a plus b, tan a plus tan b, for tan a minus b, tan a minus tan b. In the opposite way, in the denominator sign will be reverse. So I'm just giving a little hint how you can memorize the formulas. One more thing I wanted to tell you regarding this. There is a formula called sine 2a, right? If you want to get sine 2a, what would you do? You would keep, instead of b, you would keep a. Why? Because sine a plus a, that is sine 2a. So if you keep that, how much it will become? So sine a into cos a plus cos a into sine a. Why? Because b is equal to a. Sine a into cos a plus cos a into sine a. That will become sine a into cos a plus sine a into cos a. That would be 2 sine a cos a. So I just do for one thing. So remaining thing you will understand. So what I told is sine of a plus b is sine a cos b plus cos a sine b. So how to get this formula? So what if I wanted to get, I am trying to derive the formula for sine 2a. How would I get me? How can I get it? So you put b is also a. So that would become sine of a plus a. So you have replaced b. So basically what happened? You have in these formulas replaced b with a. So this will become sine 2a. Alright. So if you replace b with a, sine a into cos a plus here b with a, cos a into sine a. Cos a sine a, sine a cos a. So that will become 2 sine a into cos a. Because both are equal, na? See? So that will become sine 2a formula. That is how it is becoming 2 sine a cos a. So same, in the same way, all the formulas have come. So which means that you can derive same way as cos 2a also. You can derive for tan 2a also. Alright. If you put here b is equal to a, that will give you cos 2a. And if you put b is equal to a here, it will give you tan 2a. Okay. Summation formulas are done. Next, what happens to the formula for 3 times? This is also sometimes in integration, differentiation, and in some areas you need to know the formulas for 3 times the angles. What I am trying to tell you is what happens with sine 3 theta. So try to understand this formula is 3 sine theta minus 4 sine cube theta. Alright. Next would be what about cos 3 theta. Try to remember this. From this you can get a little hint, that is cos 3 theta will become kind of opposite. Here 3 sine theta came first and 4 sine cube theta came second. So what happens here is for cos 3 theta, that is 4 cos cube theta minus 3 cos theta, kind of little opposite. Try to understand this way. Next, what happens with tan 3 theta? Tan 3 theta formula will become 3 tan theta minus tan cube theta divided by 1 minus 3 tan square theta. Alright, this is also useful. So there would be some scenarios where you should understand what's happening. See, whenever there is 3 theta, 1/3 of theta has come here, 1/3 of 3 theta has come here, 1/3 of 3 theta has come. So from this I am giving a little hint. Now what happens to sine theta if I wanted to write 1/3 of theta way? 3 theta, for 3 theta it has come theta. So for theta it will become theta by 3. So that will become 3 sine theta by 3 minus 4 sine cube theta by 3. Alright, in some areas, so that you shouldn't get confused. So I told you. Now what happens in the same way? Cos theta, that will become 4 cos cube theta by 3 minus 3 times cos of theta by 3. Alright, I hope you understood it. Next, the most important thing which we use a lot in integration, that is writing sine theta and cos theta in terms of tan theta. That's quite important and quite useful in several areas. Try to get that point. What happens if I wanted to write only in tan theta? So formulas only in tan theta. So try to get my point. So sine 2 theta formula will become 2 tan theta divided by 1 plus tan square theta. Guys, try to understand. In the same way, what happens if sine 2 theta has come? 2 tan theta. So what happens with sine theta? So try to understand. For 2 theta, half the angle. But whenever there is 2 theta here, half has come. So when theta will be there, here theta by 2 will come. Okay, 2 tan theta by 2 divided by 1 plus tan square theta by 2. Okay, try to get how it is coming. Very important, both. So next, what happens if I wanted to write cos 2 theta? Cos 2 theta formula will become 1 minus tan square theta divided by 1 plus tan square theta. Alright, so try to get the point. Here both the denominators are same. Okay, both the denominators here are same, but numerators are changing. First one is 2 tan theta, second one is 1 minus tan square theta. What for cos theta? That would be half of, so theta by 2 will come. So that is 1 minus tan square theta by 2 divided by 1 plus tan square theta by 2. Alright, what if I wanted to write tan theta in terms of tan theta by 2? Tan 2 theta is how much, Amma? 2 tan theta divided by 1 minus tan square theta, right? So this will become, so tan theta will become 2 tan theta by 2. So whenever 2 theta is there, we are getting an angle of half of 2 theta. So when theta is there, you will get theta by 2. That is 2 tan theta by 2 divided by 1 minus tan square, here it will become 1 minus tan square theta. That's it. So here it will come 2 tan theta by 2 by 1 minus tan square theta by 2. What if I wanted to have sine theta, cos theta, tan theta in terms of only tan theta? Because this type of logic is required in integration, so it's better to have. All the 6 are quite useful. Next a few more formulas we use a lot, or it is what's with 1 minus cos 2 theta, that will become 2 sine square theta. Try to get the fact. Whenever there is 2 theta here, half of 2 theta, so that will become theta. So in the same way, if I wanted to remember 1 minus cos theta, that will become 2 sine square theta by 2. So just try to understand the fact that half the theta will become theta by 2. Half the 2 theta will become theta. So 1 minus cos 2 theta, 2 sine square theta. But if you wanted to write only 1 minus cos theta, that will become 2 sine square theta by 2. Right? Next one is, how much is 1 plus cos 2 theta? That will become, here 2 sine square theta has come, na? So here 2 sine square theta has come. So this will become 2 cos square theta. So in the same way you can write it. So that is, if there is theta instead of 2 theta, 1 plus cos theta will become 2 cos square theta by 2. Alright. If I wanted to write summation of the trigonometric quantities as product of the trigonometric quantities in the opposite way, what if I wanted to write product of the trigonometric quantities as summation of the trigonometric quantities? If I have sin C plus sin D, two different quantities, if I have sin C plus sin D, what can I write? That would be 2 times sine of C plus D by 2 into cos of C minus D by 2. What about the other way? What if I have minus here? That is sin C minus sin D. That will have 2 times here. First cos will come for plus, then sin will come for the minus. Try to understand. This is quite a little bit opposite. First sin for plus and cos for minus. Here cos for plus and sin for minus. What if I have both cos's, that is cos C plus cos D? That will become 2 times cos of C plus D by 2 into cos of C minus D by 2. Alright. What if I have difference of the cos's, that is cos C minus cos D. That will become, try to understand, this is, be careful, I want you to be careful here, minus 2 sine of C plus D by 2 into sine of C minus D by 2. For both the causes, for plus, both causes are coming. For minus, both signs are coming. But in some textbooks or in some, we will be seeing a formula called no minus. See, try to understand. I have told you a formula called sine of minus theta will become minus sine theta. So, if I wanted to take minus of, see, what I will do is this minus I will try to give it to this. So, that will become sine of C plus D by 2 into minus sine of C minus D by 2. What will become? Minus sine theta is nothing but sine of minus theta. So, minus will go inside. That will become 2 times sine of C plus D by 2 into sine of D minus C by 2. So, instead of C minus D, it will become D minus C by 2. So, try to understand that one more fact. So, basically, if you wanted to write directly, what you will write, cos C minus cos D will become 2 times sine of C plus D by 2. Instead of C minus D, it will become sine of D minus C by 2. Okay, whatever here is there, that is coming first here. So understand that. Next, what if I wanted to have product as sum? Means if I have the quantities, if I have the trigonometric quantities as product, how can I split them into summation? So I would like to see that as well. That is, what if I have 2 sin A cos B? Try to understand the fact here, sin and cos here are multiplied. What if I wanted to have summation of the individual? That will become sin of A plus B plus sin of A minus B. Okay. Now, next one is, what if I have both causes? That is 2 cos A into cos B. That will become cos of A plus B plus cos of A minus B. If I have both the signs, see, I will try to write both, but try to understand here. Minus 2 sin A sin B will become cos of A plus B minus cos of A minus B. But if I wanted to have only 2 sin A sin B, 2 sin A sin B, so that I can multiply minus on both sides. That time it will become cos of A minus B, cos will be, A minus B will become first, minus cos of A plus B. You can try to remember this, but be careful for the fact that first term is cos of A minus B. First term is A minus B, not A plus B. If you can be careful with that, you can just get it. So these formulas, like let's say like around 40 formulas, will be very useful, not only just in solving the trigonometric formulas. Importantly, they are useful in differentiation and integration. Most specifically in integration, where if you have the integration as sum of two trigonometric quantities, you need to split the trigonometric quantities so that integration will become easy. So these formulas would be very useful. I want you to have all the formulas at one place so that whenever you require it, you can just have a look at it and try to memorize it and try to have it in your own weaponry. So okay, I'll see you guys. Bye bye.